Please raise your right hand.
Yeah.
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Put down your hand.
Yeah.
What did you just promise?
I promise to tell the truth.
Explain how you are eligible to become a U.S. citizen.
I have been for lawful permanent resident for 5 years.
Okay, when is your interview scheduled?
Yeah. I interview schedule on August 17, 2022.
August 17, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so what is your full name?
My full name is Thoại Phương Quách.
What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is May 3rd, 1959.
What is your date of permanent residence?
And February 3rd, 2017.
What is your country of birth?
My was born in Vietnam.
What is your country of nationality?
In Vietnam.
Okay, good. Are you requesting an accommodation because of a physical disability?
No.
Okay, good. What is your current home address?
My current home address is 480 Dempsey Road, Unit 180, Bermuda, California, 95035.
Have you lived anywhere else in the past 5 years?
Yeah.
Where did you live before?
Before I lived in Washington.
Okay, so this one is, let's continue on. You lived in Washington. Were you living with your daughter in Washington?
Yeah, I live in Washington, live with my daughter.
But now you live in Milpitas, correct?
Yeah, now I live in Milpitas with my sister.
Okay, good. How long have you lived in Milpitas?
I live in Milpitas about 5 years.
Okay, 5 years. Okay, great. So now let's continue. What? How do you support yourself?
My daughter support me.
Okay, and do you get any assistance from the government? Do you get any disability from the government?
I have get the food stamp.
Okay, great. Michael Dip. Okay, let's continue. Did you work before?
Yeah, before I have.
Yes, where did you work before?
I work in a cable company.
Okay, great. Okay, now I'm going to ask you about travel. Have you traveled outside the United States in the past 5 years?
Yes, I have.
How many times have you traveled outside the United States? How many trips?
I have one trip.
Okay, when did you leave and when did you come back?
I leave on October 10, 2019. I come back on November 7, 2019.
Okay, great. Are you currently married?
I am divorced.
Are you divorced in the United States or in Vietnam?
I divorced in Vietnam.
Okay, I'm going to ask you about your children. Do you have one child?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
one daughter.
Okay, is she an American citizen?
Yes,
Did she sponsor you to come to the United States?
yeah,
Okay, great. Okay, now, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
no,
Have you ever voted in the United States?
no.
Why can't you vote?
Because I want to vote. I love US.
But can you vote now?
No, because now I not US citizen.
Yoy. Okay, have you ever claimed to be, have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No,
Okay, good. Do you pay your taxes every year?
yeah,
Okay, good. Now let's continue. Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
no,
Okay, good. Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
no,
Okay, have you ever been a terrorist?
no,
Have you ever been a part of the military or the police?
no,
Have you ever tried to hurt or kill another person?
no,
Okay, great. Now, let's continue. Have you ever been arrested or been in jail?
no,
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
no,
Okay, have you ever tried to sell illegal drugs?
no,
Good. Have you ever gambled illegally?
no,
Okay, great. Now, have you ever been deported?
no,
Have you ever lied to get public benefits?
no,
Okay. Did you serve in the US military?
no,
Okay. Do you support the Constitution and the laws of the United States?
yeah.
What is the Constitution?
Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
What is an oath?
O is the appointment.
And then what is allegiance?
Appointment belong to the United States.
Okay, are you willing to bear arms for the United States?
Yes.
And then what is to bear arms?
Bear arm is your weapon to protect the U.S.
And do you promise to help during a national emergency?
Yes.
Do you promise everything you say is true?
Yes, I promise to tell the truth.
Very,
Thank
very,
you,
very
teacher.
good. Okay, good. Okay, Ha Din, can you read 71?
Yes. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
1803.
1803.
Mm-hmm.
The Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Okay, let's see. The next one. Kuldeep.
Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Civil War.
Uh-huh.
Civil War. Civil War.
Okay, now next one. Let's see. Toa.
Name the U.S. war between the North and the South, the
Uh-huh.
Civil War.
Civil War. Oops. Okay, Dalton, can you read number 74?
Name on program that leads to the Civil War. Sublet.
Slavery. Yeah, very good. Slavery. Slavery. Okay, now I think is Tran here? Tran.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
75?
was important thing that Abraham Lincoln did?
Mhm.
Free slave.
Abraham Lincoln.
Free the slaves. Very good. Clear. Okay, now Ishan, I'm going to ask you to go to the next two. Next two. Ishan, 76 and 77.
Okay. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Free the slaves.
Free the slave.
Slave.
Okay, next one, 77.
E?
Yeah.
Okay. What did the Susan B. Anthony do? Fought for women's rights.
Okay, good. Fought for women's rights. Okay, great. Yeah, please, Ben.
Growing country. After the war of independence, people continued to immigrate to the United States. There were famine and difficult economic times around the world. During the 1800s, 18,000, many more immigrants, especially from Europe and Asia, come here looking for freedom, work, and a new life. The population in the United States was growing very quickly. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson decided that the country should buy a large piece of land from France. This land was called the Louisiana Territory. It's got 15 million and doubles the size of United States. The Louisiana Territory extends from Mississippi River towards the northwest of covers 828,000 square miles. President Jefferson wanted to learn more about this new plan. He sent a group of men to employ. They spent 2 years traveling to the West Coast. They made maps and studied the animal, plant, and the American Indian tribe in the new territory.
Very, very good. So remember, we were talking about Sacagawea. So they were exploring this area in 1803. Okay, so what territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Louisiana.
Louisiana, very good.
Louisiana.
So we're going to talk about some of the wars that we learned about yesterday. So we talked about the War of let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so we talked about the War of 1812. So the War of 1812 was between the United States versus Great Britain. And it was from 1812 to 1815. And one of the things that they did was a couple things. Number one, the British burned down Washington, D.C. Number two, they bombed Baltimore. So we remember, that's remembered by our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. So even though we are a small country, we survived. Okay, the next one. We talk about the War of 1812. So this is the United States versus Mexico. And this one was from 1846. 1846 to 1848. And this one, we got Texas plus California, Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of other states. And this is why many cities in the South West have Spanish names. Okay, the next one was the Civil War. This one was between the North and the South. This one was the time for 1861 to 1865. Okay. So the important thing was, who was the president during this time? Lincoln was president.
President
Yeah, that was
during the Civil War.
Yeah, Lincoln was president during Civil War. Number one. Yeah, slavery. Civil War. And what last one? Lincoln freed the slaves. And what is the name of that thing? It's called the Emancipation Proclamation.
Pollution.
And the last one we had was the Spanish-American War, and it was U.S. versus Spain. And it was just 1 year, very short war, 1888, and we got Guam and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. So that's what happened during that time, okay? Okay. So these are the different wars. Most important thing to remember, Star Spangled Banner. We remember the border with Mexico. We remember about, teacher Jennifer did not write that correctly. This one is slavery.
Slavery.
Yeah, slavery. Slavery. Yeah. Okay. Caused the Civil War. And Lincoln freed the slaves. And we remember the Emancipation Proclamation. And then we also remember U.S. got Guam and Puerto Rico. Okay. Okay, clear all that. Okay, now we're going to go on. Hi, how are you doing today? Mihan, how are you? Okay.
Hi, teacher. My internet is low.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry, teacher.
No problem. I'm slow too. Okay. So
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on to slavery. Okay. So this one, let's see, Hadian, can you read this one?
Yes.
Can you read it or can I make it bigger? Do you want it bigger or is this okay?
Some big. Some big.
Bigger? Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Since early colonial time, millions of American people were taken
Wait.
to
Wait. African.
African.
Yeah. Okay.
African. Yes.
Go ahead.
African to North America and sold and as slaves. Most of the slaves were owned by people in the South, where there was an agricultural economy. Many slaves worked on plantations, growing cotton, tobacco, and other products. Slave owners treat slaves like personal property. The slave has no freedom or basic rights. They could not decide where to live, and they did not get paid for their work. Slaves usually did not receive any formal education.
Yeah, it was illegal. Illegal to teach slaves how to read. Yeah, a person could go to jail if you teach a slave how to read. Okay, keep on going.
In the North, there was an industrial economy with factories where many new immigrant works. Many people in the North did not agree with slavery. Often slaves asked from their own and went to northern states or free states or to Canada. Slavery was one of the causes of the Civil War. When the Civil War ended in 1865, slavery became illegal After the war, the slaves become free citizens.
So before they had slavery, but in 1865, slavery becomes illegal, and slaves become free citizens. Free citizens. So let me clear this one. And I wanted to show you a little bit more of the pictures. Let's see if I can show you. So this one, people used to buy and sell African slaves here. So that was very common to sell people, and they had to work on the farm picking cotton. And these people had to work all day in the hot, hot sun. So what group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Africans.
African.
Very good. So now we're going to talk about the Civil War. Okay, so this one is a long one. Let's see. Okay, Ishan, can you read this one?
Okay. The Civil War was from 1861 to 1865. In 1861, 11 states in the South voted to separate from the United States. These states formed their own country called the Confederate States of the American, or the Confederacy. The Confederacy felt that the United States federal government wanted to control their right to make their own decisions. The Confederacy wanted state rights so that each state could make its own decisions about their government. The southern states did not want to follow the decision made by the federal government.
So they're talking about the Confederacy, the South wanted states' rights so they can make their own decisions. What decision did they want to make? They wanted to have slaves. And the federal government says no slaves. But the South wanted to have slaves so they could make a profit. Okay. So let's continue on. 1 minute, Ishan.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. The North?
The North and South had different economic systems. The South
Agricultural. So that means, yeah.
Okay.
This one is, let me do this real quickly, okay? So agricultural, it's mostly farming. So in certain parts of the United States, there are no factories, there are many, many farms. So the same in the South, they used to have a lot of big, big farms, okay? So this one is a difficult word to take a look at. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger.
No.
No, one second.
That one no looking.
This one, agricultural. Agricultural, okay? Keep on going. The North and the South. Start here again. The North and the South. Ishan?
Okay. The North and South had different economic systems. The South, the agricultural economy depending on slave labor. In the South, people believed that the federal government could not depend on slavery. The
Okay,
North fought
1 minute, let me move it. Okay.
could stop
They?
slavery. They believed that this could hurt their economic and political independence. The economy in the North was more industrial. And
Okay, so more factories, okay? Yeah, keep on going.
okay. And did not depend on slavery. The North fought to keep all the states together in the Union. The North tried to stop the South from separating into the new Confederate nation. Also, many people in the North wanted to stop slavery. Slavery, economic reasons, and the states' rights were problems that led to the Civil War.
Okay, so when we talk about slavery, the African slaves had no freedom. If we talk about economic reasons, the North had the factories, the South had the farms with slaves. The North made more profit than the South. And states' rights means that the Southern states wanted to make their own decisions about keeping slaves. Okay, now go ahead and finish this one here.
The Civil War between the North and the South is also called the war between the states. During the Long War, more than 3 million Americans fought on both sides, and more than 600,000 people died.
Yeah. So in the so there's been some terrible civil wars. China had a terrible civil war between the nationalists and the communists. Vietnam had a terrible civil war between the North and the South. United States had a terrible war too, civil war. So this one here is the Southern states. They wanted to be their own countries. They wanted to be their own country. The dark blue states are the Northern Union states. They did not have slaves. And these three or four states, Missouri, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Maryland, and Delaware, 5 states. They wanted to have slaves, but they stayed faithful with the Union. They stayed with the Union and they fought against the South. So let's continue on these 2 questions. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South.
The Civil War.
Civil War. Name one problem that led to the Civil War.
Slavery.
Slavery. Good. So now we're going to read about Lincoln. And this is his cabinet. A cabinet advises the president. And we're talking about now the people who were slaves. They're now becoming farmers. They're becoming businessmen. They are soldiers and they can vote. So this is a big, this is really big to do this. Let's see. Let's see. Todd, can you read this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
President Abraham Lincoln led the United States during the Civil War. He was president from 1861 to 1865. Lincoln wanted to keep the country together. He said it was against the Constitution for the South to form a separate country. Lincoln stopped the state in the South from dividing the United States. Many people say he saved the Union. On April 14, 1865, Abraham Lincoln Lincoln was shot in Washington, Washington D.C. Today, Lincoln's contribution are honored in a different way. Many Many schools and country are named after him. His image is on the U.S. penny and the $5 bill. In 1863, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. The Emancipation and Proclamation freed the slave in the southern state. After that, slave could join the Union Army. Thousands of American fought in the Union Army. When the Civil War ended in 65, the Southern slaves kept their right to be free. The Emancipation
Wait. Emancipation Proclamation.
Emination and protection led to the 13th Amendment to the Constitution in December of 1865. This army ended slavery in various states. Later in 1868, white people become U.S. citizens. In 1870, black, some no looking, right to vote.
Very good. So what is one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did?
Free the slave.
Freed the slaves. And what did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
Free the slave.
Freed the slaves. Okay.
Right
So,
to
let's see if we can do this. Okay, so we're gonna, I think we can do this. Oh. Maybe we can't. Okay, let's see. Okay, Spanish-American War, Emancipation Proclamation, the Union, Africans, War of 1812, the Confederacy, President Lincoln, Civil War, Mexican-American War, and Louisiana Territory. So, anybody could start. How about the Spanish-American War?
1861.
What was the most important thing during the Spanish-American War? We got Guam and Puerto Rico.
1861.
Guam and Puerto Rico become U.S. territory after this war.
Yeah, so that's G. Okay, good.
Yes.
Emancipation Proclamation.
D. Or no.
That's close. Puerto Rico.
Document that brings the slave in the South.
Yeah, in the South. Okay, so this one
Yes,
is going to be
Emancipation
free.
Proclamation.
Yeah, G. Okay, good. Next one, the Union. Is that the North or is that the South?
G.
L I
This one, A. Yeah, it is the North. Okay, the North. Okay, now the next one, if you, which one is it? Which one?
E.
Heck. African heck.
Yeah.
People taken of America and Oh, let's
H. Okay, good.
H.
Okay,
H.
War of 1812. Who did we fight in the War of 1812?
In the
E.
B.
B. Okay, and so yeah, always remember the Star Spangled Banner. Okay, this one is the Confederacy. It's not the North,
South.
the South. Okay.
South state during
Okay.
the Civil War.
Next one, the President Lincoln. President Lincoln.
President Lincoln in the Civil War.
I think this one is actually J.
F. South State during the Civil War.
So this one J is going to be
Led the
for
US
Lincoln.
in the Civil War. Yes.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's too much. I knew if I knew that it would be bad. Okay. So this one again, it is J. Okay. The Civil War.
C.
No, I.
Civil War.
Between
Yeah.
the North and the South
I.
world.
Very good. Okay. Mexican-American War. So remember Texas.
C.
Yeah, C. So that was Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico, and Louisiana.
E.
E.
Yeah, good. Very good.
Land that the United States bought from France in 1803.
Yeah. So again, we take a look at the
Some-
northern states.
Some don't.
We talk about the war U.S. fight in 1803, and you always have to remember the star. Whoops, sorry, the Star Spangled Banner.
Bengal,
This is the Union.
Bengal.
Okay, and then this land in the Southwest. Well, what's the land in the Southwest? We have Texas. We have, New Mexico. We have Arizona. We have California. So think about the border between Texas and United States and Mexico. We're talking about Guam and Puerto Rico. So those are the key words here. Guam and Puerto Rico. The land that United States buy from France, of course, is Louisiana Territory. The southern states during the Union, they are called the Confederacy. Okay, and so this one, a document that freed the slaves, again, of course, is the Emancipation Proclamation. Group of people that was taken to America and sold as slaves are the Africans, and the war between the North and the South is the Civil War. Okay, Tran.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to do a typical citizenship interview with you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so hello, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. So do you raise your right hand? Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Explain how you are eligible to become a U.S. citizen.
I have green card for 5 years.
Good. What is your current legal name?
My current legal name is John T. Ngọc.
What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is June 14, 1980.
What is your date of permanent resident?
My December 1st, 2009.
Okay. What is your country of birth?
My country of birth is Vietnam.
What is your country of nationality?
My country of nationality is Vietnam.
Are you requesting an accommodation because of a physical disability?
No.
What is your home address in San Jose or Milpitas?
Nam New Zealand.
Do you have a previous home address?
My home address is 179
No. Did you live in another house?
San Jose.
Okay, San Jose. Was your mother or father a U.S. citizen before you were 18 years old?
No.
Do you work?
No. I stay home.
Okay. Do you travel outside of the United States?
No.
Are you married?
Yes.
What is your husband's name?
My husband name is Trí Lê.
Okay. And is he an American citizen?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
I have 2.
What are your children's names?
The first children name is Athena.
Mm-hmm.
The second children's name is Sabrina.
Okay, good. So now we're going to go on to part 12. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No.
Okay. Have you ever voted in the United States?
No.
Do you have any title of nobility like a king or queen in Vietnam?
No.
Have you ever been declared legally incompetent?
No.
Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes.
Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
No.
Have you ever been a communist?
No.
Have you ever been a terrorist?
No.
Have you ever helped somebody, or have you ever been a part of a rebel group
No.
that fights against the government? Okay. All right. Have you ever been a member of a gang or a group of criminals?
No.
Have you ever used any weapons?
No.
Have you ever tried to force a child to become a soldier?
No.
Whoops. Have you ever been arrested or been in jail?
No.
Have you ever committed a crime?
No. No.
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
No.
Have you ever sold or smuggled illegal drugs?
No.
Have you ever tried to help somebody enter the United States illegally?
No.
Okay. Have you ever gambled illegally?
No.
Have you ever lied to get public benefits?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been deported or kicked out of the United States?
No.
Do you support the Constitution and the laws of the United States?
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you willing to bear arms for the United States?
Yes.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the United States?
Yes.
Will you help during a national emergency?
Yes.
Do you promise everything you say is true?
Yes.
Very good. So now, okay, so let's see, Min.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, how are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen?
I have green card over 5 years.
What is your legal name?
My legal name is Min Ngọc Trịnh.
What is your date of permanent residence?
My days of permanent resident from June 30, 2017.
What is your marital status?
I am married.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have two.
Okay, great. Okay, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No,
Have you ever been declared legally incompetent?
no,
Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a tax form?
no,
Are you a member of any groups or organizations?
no,
Okay. Have you ever been a member of a totalitarian party?
no.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, what is a totalitarian party?
It's the government to control everything.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to say a government
You remember
party
any
that
a
has total
and total
control
control
over
all total control government.
Chúng ta thì mặt thì đảng độc tài á.
Yeah. So for example, you know, total. So you see this one, totalitarian. You see the word total. Okay. You see the word total. Total control. So the government does not follow the law. So for example, in Vietnam, they have a communist party, but the Vietnam Communist Party follows the law and respects human rights. So even though they're a communist country, they are not totalitarian party because they respect human rights. Okay, maybe a government like North Korea.
Yes.
They do not respect human rights. They do not follow the law. So that would be a totalitarian party. Okay. So let's continue. Have you ever intentionally hurt or killed someone?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been a member of a military group?
No, never.
Okay. Have you ever been charged with committing a crime?
No.
Okay. Did you ever marry someone to get a green card?
No.
Have you ever lied to the U.S. government?
No.
Okay. And have you ever been deported?
No.
So we're going to come back and so we're going to ask about what is a lie?
A lie. Say something not true to government to get the benefit.
Yeah. So exactly, a lie. Not tell the truth and deported. What is deported? To be arrested and
To be arrested.
kicked out of the country.
Down the country.
Okay, very good.
Arrested.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
Country.
Yeah, sometimes teacher Jennifer is not very good at typing. Okay, so again. Please, arrested.
To be arrested.
Arrested. Okay, arrested and kicked out of the country, okay? Okay, now let's continue on. Do you support the Constitution and the form of government of the United States?
Yes.
What is the Constitution?
I'm sorry, I'm not paying.
What is the Constitution? What is the Constitution? The Constitution is our plain government.
Yeah, very good, Mihan. Okay. Min, are you willing
Yes.
to take the full oath of allegiance?
Yes.
Okay, I think there's some problems with your speaker, okay? So let's switch over. Mihan. Okay, are you willing? Yeah, no problem, Mihan, okay? Are you
Yeah.
willing to take the full oath of allegiance?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms in the U.S. Army?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What is bear arms?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where to use with to protect the U.S.
Okay, very good. All right. So now, Dong.
We from to
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the U.S. Army?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. What is non-combatant?
Without using
and
Yeah.
in the U.S. Army forces.
Yeah.
With how a gun.
I will help.
Yeah. Yeah. This one, no gun. Okay. Without using a gun. Okay. Are you willing to help the government during a national emergency? Yes. Do you promise everything that you say is true? Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to read the first page. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to Kuldeep, okay? So don't.
Đúng.
Yeah, don't. Oh, never mind.
I can see.
Don't. Don't, can you read this one?
Cái mạng chậm quá trời. Chưa đúng đọc bài.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Say legacy in a cloud was. I need to change the oil in the taxi, and I need to buy a few things too. Just use the credit card. Okay, say Ajana. Ajana doesn't like to use the credit card. The interest is very high, but sometimes she had to use it. Good luck with the police today. Say Ajana, see you tonight. Thanks, say Nejasi. I hope it doesn't take too long. In a few minutes, Asia and the children leave for school. After they leave, Negachi opened his hand and put the $300 back into the bag. He doesn't want to think about it morning anymore. He wants to bring it to the police right away. At 9 a.m., Negashi arrived at the police station. He tells his story to a police officer. Then other police officers come too. They spend a long time with Negashi, asking questions and filling out paper.
Very good. Okay, Kuldeep.
One police officer tells Nigasi about a robbery yesterday on Wisconsin, Emnez. It was a jewelry store. The store had a video camera. This morning, they arrested the suspect. The officer showed Nigasi a picture that's him. Say Nigasi, I am sure of it. And we found all the money, says the police officer, except for $500.
No, five.
$5,000. It's her in this bag. Say Nigasi at some of it.
All of it. So Nagasi is a very honest man. He gives them back all the money. I wanted to take a look at this video here. This is talking about reporting a theft. And if you want to report a crime in Milpitas, there are 3 ways to report a crime. One of the ways you can call 911, or you can file a report in English, or you can go to the police department. But if you do it in English, if you want to do it in English, you can also report it in Vietnamese, and you can report it in Chinese, and you can report it in Spanish. So if you can't speak, if you can't write it in English, you can write it in Vietnamese, and they can help you report it. Because the Milpitas police really wants people to report the crimes. It's very, very important for them, okay? So let me go back to Milpitas chat. Also, you could go to the police department. They're very receptive. They can speak, many of the officers can speak 2 languages, so you can talk to them there. The same thing in San Jose, you can call them, you can report it only in English in San Jose, or you can go to the police officers' headquarters. So again, if you want a little bit of how to report a theft, you can take a look at this video. Okay, we're going to go on to the chapter 13 of the vocabulary. I see that I'm missing one word. I don't know what happened, but interview, financial, relatives, truthfully, owner, interesting, belongs, stories, reporter, smiling, approaching, newspaper, responsibilities, and spending. And for us, the 3 most important words are financial, which means money, related to money. Truthfully, you tell people only the facts or the truth. You do not lie. And responsibilities, these are things that you must take care of. So now let's take a look at the story and take a minute to read silently, and then we will continue. So this is Nagasi, and he's talking to the police officers, and here comes the reporter. So take a minute to read the story.
Nigasi said the police.
No, could you stop?
पूछ के उन्हें पूछना पड़ेगा।
Hi Jennifer.
Hey. Hi.
Hi, quick question. Does she need register for the citizenship class?
Did she register for her ESL class?
Yes.
She did. Okay, so then there's no problem. If she's registered for ESL, citizenship class starts later. We can take care of that in the school. So there's going to be no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Also,
Okay. So who would like to read this one?
yes. He tell the reporter,
Okay, wait a second. Cool dips. Okay, start from the beginning. Okay. Go ahead.
Nikasi says to the police station for over 3 hours. There is a reporter from the newspaper here. Say one police officer smiling. This will make a very interesting story. Can she please interview you for a few minutes? Nagasi looked at his watch. Oh, I don't think so, say Nagasi. I need to go back to work. It won't take long, say the reporter, approaching Nagasi. People love story like this. Nagasi remembered that Dasta liked to share new story too in her class. He thinks that the story will make her feel very proud. So Nigasi agrees. The reporter interviewed Nigasi for the next half hour. Did you think about spending the money? She asked. And what could you do it $5,000? Yes, I thought about it. Answer. Nagasi, truthfully, Nagasi talks about his job 10 hours a day, 7 days a week as a taxi driver. He tells her that, like many people, the worries about his financial responsibilities. That's one thing. No, tells the reporter about his 2 children and another baby coming this summer and what tear in his eyes. Negasi also talks about his relatives in Ethiopia who need help. Of course, I can really use an extra $5,000, say Negasi. What that money belonged to the owner of the jewelry store. It wasn't mine to spend.
Very good. Very good. Okay, let's take a look at these. I'm sorry to go over time, but let's take a look at the vocabulary. We have relatives, reporter, interview, tears, story, and responsibilities. So how about relatives?
B.
B? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the next one, reporter.
A.
Okay, next one, interview.
D.
D.
D, yeah, so, yeah, we're gonna go for a citizenship interview. Tears.
E.
E.
Okay, yeah. So he was crying when he was talking about his family. Okay, 5, story.
C.
No, not
No,
so
no.
C. Should look again.
F.
F.
F,
F.
very good. F. Okay, and the last one, responsibilities.
C.
Yeah, so when he's talking about financial responsibilities, these are all the people he has to pay for. So he's a good man, an honest man. He's trying to take care of his family. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of the vocabulary. We have go back, make, interview, love, approaching, stays, looks at, and says. So let's take a look at some of the vocabulary again. So Nagasi,
C. Stay.
so that's hard for him because when he's not working, he doesn't get paid. So if he's at the police station, he's not getting paid, he's losing money. So there is a reporter from the news here.
Yeah.
Says. Okay, this will,
Say.
let's,
Story.
this one is a little bit unusual. This will make a very interesting story. Can she please?
Can you
Interview.
So yes, this is very interesting. Nagasi,
Look at.
yeah, he's really worried about, he needs to go out and make some money for his family. I don't think so, says Nagasi. I need to
Go back.
go back to work. Okay, it won't take long, says the reporter. She's coming in.
Approaching.
Yeah, approaching. So that means to go to, or whoa. I'm mistaken. Approaching. Okay, people.
like
Yeah, they really love stories like this one. They really love stories. So clear the stories.